Welcome to another random episode right here on Stay and Play. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is time for us to witness greatness. All right. So, everyone was shocked. Quick rundown. Everyone was shocked yesterday when tweet was sent out by PlayStation that Mark Cerny would be having a technical presentation. All right, and immediately everyone knows this is for the PS5 Pro. We all know this is what we've been waiting for. This is what we want to see, and we always love it when we hear Mark Cerny, because when Mark Cerny is around, it's always new hardware. It's always new hardware or something related to hardware. So today we're finally going to see the specifications, or at least see what he's going to say about the PS5 Pro. Super excited. We already know quite a few things because of leaked documents and whatnot, like PSSR, their machine learning AI upscaling. We already know it's like somewhere between 32 to 33 teraflops of power, 2, 3, 4 times the better ray tracing. So there's a lot of stuff that we know already due to leaks. So let us see what is going to be announced, what is going to be said by Mr. Mark Cerny, and let's just enjoy this moment, because this is what we've been waiting for. I'm gonna die if this is completely something else, but I think the whole world knows that this is for the PS5 Pro. So let's enjoy it. And actually, ladies and gentlemen, before we continue further, if you like what I am cooking and think you want seconds, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe, and ring the notification bell for all my latest videos. I did mention in another video that I was working on my Black Myth Wukong review. I just finished the game yesterday, so look out for that soon. And ladies and gentlemen, here is the countdown. I'm even going full screen mode because I need to see all the detail. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Mark Cerny. I'm excited to be here to talk about the newest addition to our console lineup, PlayStation 5 Pro, and how it advances gaming technology.
There we go.
But first, I want to take just a minute to look at what we put in the original PlayStation 5 and how it delivers an exceptional gaming experience. When PS5 debuted in 2020, it brought a lot to the table. 8 Zen 2 CPU cores form the brains of PlayStation 5 and enable high-speed complex gameplay, with character counts reaching into the hundreds and frame rates that can be as high as 120 frames a second. PS5 has a powerful RDNA 2 GPU, which can render anything from intricate details to fantastic worlds with vast panoramas to explore.
Still giving a shout out to PS5.
Ray tracing allows for dramatic visual improvements.
Been very happy with my
reflections
PS5.
off of water or glass, and the realism that comes from real-time global illumination. A custom SSD can load data at breathtaking speed, resulting in ultra-fast transitions between game worlds and data streaming rates so high that traversal speeds are essentially unlimited.
Was amazing. Shout out to the last
audio tech brings an
4 years.
unparalleled sense of immersion to the sound of the games. With audio so real, you may not even need to see the enemies to
Super
know
underrated.
exactly
I
where
love
they
this
are.
game.
Finally, the DualSense controller has haptics that let you feel through your hands what your character is experiencing inside.
It's so interesting that they're still showing games that
It's wonderful to see such
came out in the
variety and
previous
richness of game
generation.
experiences. Creators have made amazing use of the hardware capabilities, but when
Ghost
I
of
talk to them,
Tsushima,
I do hear about their desire for
for an
more
example.
graphics performance. The dreams of the developers are bigger than can be supported at 60 frames per second, and that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with: graphics modes. It can be a difficult choice for players. Fidelity modes emphasize the visuals, typically through higher resolution rendering. These modes might also have enhanced detail or use more ray tracing. But the games only run at 30 frames per second. The visuals can be choppier and the controls less responsive. Performance modes emphasize frame rate and interactivity, typically choosing to run 60 frames per second. Mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates can be achieved. When asked to decide on a mode, players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the time. Removing that decision, or at least
That's a big number.
divide,
3/4 of the
key
time.
targets for
75% of
PlayStation
players
5
choose
Pro.
performance
We want to
over
give players the graphics
over
that
quality.
game creators aspire to, at the high frame rates that players typically prefer. To do that, PS5 Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call the Big 3.
Oh,
First,
it's just Big Me. Oh, what? Throw in the track in the background.
45% faster.
Oh, let's
Second,
go back. Let's go back.
First, we made the GPU. Here's what we call the Big 3. First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses. The result is rendering that's up to 45% faster. Second, we made major upgrades to the ray tracing, taking a streamlined and accelerated approach that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5.
Let's go.
And finally, we added custom
They're
hardware for
cooking.
machine
They're
learning
cooking.
and an AI library called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR for short.
Pissers here.
PSSR analyzes the game images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new and existing titles, and with the Big 3 involved, the results can be pretty amazing.
Show
With
us.
graphics showing something
Show
like
us.
fidelity levels of detail, but at double the frame rate. Here's The Last of Us Part 2 running on PS5 Pro. It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super smooth 60 frames per second. Let's compare this to the fidelity mode on PS5, which is only running at 30 frames per second and is therefore much choppier. This goal of delivering almost fidelity-like graphics at performance frame rates has been achieved for a broad set of titles, including Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. We can see that PS5 Pro is close to doubling the power of PlayStation 5. Another way to compare the two consoles is to look at PS5 Pro versus Performance mode on PS5, both of which target 60 frames per second. What we see here is a difference in detail. PS5 Pro is much sharper and crisper than PS5. For this, my favorite is the parade scene from Ratchet & Clank. Distant details are much clearer. And here we can see Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is noticeably higher resolution throughout the scene, including the trees and procedural cars. So overall, some remarkable improvement to the games. On PS5 Pro, we can see increased sharpness to the graphics or smoother and more responsive gameplay. This is the Big 3 showing their value. As you've been seeing, machine learning via the PSSR library is being used quite broadly to add pixel detail and boost frame rate. But there are as many approaches as there are game engines. The increase in raw GPU power is being especially effective for Horizon Forbidden West. Apart from the detail boost, that extra graphics power is allowing for improvements to lighting and visual effects, as well as to the hair and the skin in cinematics.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
No, clean ass
Ray
games.
tracing is finding broad usage as well, particularly when the games are focused on higher frame rates. The faster hardware in PS5 Pro can make a real difference. Allowing Gran Turismo 7 to add ray-traced reflections between the cars in gameplay, while continuing
Real
to support
time, there
their
we go.
targeted 60 frames per second.
There we go. Real
That
time ray
boost in ray
tracing.
tracing is also delivering big wins for Hogwarts Legacy,
Oof.
allowing not only for better reflections and a greater variety of reflective surfaces, but also for further realism in the casting of shadows.
Let's go.
I hope you've enjoyed this run-through of the technology behind PlayStation 5 Pro. Simply put, it's the most powerful console we've ever built, and a worthy addition to the PS5 family. Let me wrap this up by giving you a quick look at a number of games
There
running
we go.
on the new console.
Thank you. Let's see. And the design. Nice. There we go.
Don't leave me hanging. Close your eyes. It'll be worth it.
Okay.
Did I do it? Oh, what is this? What's with all the neon?
There we go, the newer games. It's looking good. It's looking good. There we go. $700. Holy crap. Oh man. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty penny. That is going to be a pretty penny. Wow. Okay. I guess that's it, guys. That's it. It's officially announced. It's been shown. The price is there. Was there a date? I can't remember seeing a date. They just gave the pricing. Let's have a look. Ah, there it is. Yes, November 7th. Wow, that is 2 months from now. Okay. All right. Guys, yeah, it's here. It's literally here. It's literally here. Okay, so quick thoughts. I thought the presentation was cool. I would have liked if they went into a bit more detail, like the previous tech breakdowns. Maybe there'll be like a PlayStation blog post or something like that on it. I thought they could have had technical demos to show the difference in ray tracing power rather than showing the games. I don't think it was as how can I say, as clear with the games. Perhaps they could have used different aspects in the game where they would have paused to show the difference. But I guess they want to leave that to Digital Foundry. Yeah, I thought they just if they showcased it a bit better in terms of like, hey, look, they zoomed in for Ratchet and Clank, but specifically for the AI and how it worked, and as well as the ray tracing. If we had more of a deeper breakdown into it, I think it would have just hit it home. But overall, I thought they went over everything quite well. The big three, huh? F the big three. What? It's just big me, huh? It's coming, guys. It's coming. No, PlayStation. Let's go. All right, guys. Yeah, no, it was a technical presentation, but there was really nothing very technical about it at all. No numbers were given. I think with all the leaks, everyone would already assume. But I do believe they'll drop a blog post or something with more detail, because people want to know, is it coming with 1 terabyte? Is this $700 SKU the digital edition, or does this also include the disc edition? So yeah, a lot of stuff that people want to know that wasn't said in here. But I appreciate that they went over the big three, right? The things that the developers are utilizing to improve their games. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. The PS5 Pro is officially released. It's dropping November 7, and it will be $700 in the US, £700 in Britain, 800 euros in Europe, and basically 120,000 Japanese yen. Yeah, that price is still a bit high. I think that price is still a bit high, but with the current market and everything, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. So let's see. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Are they being a bit bullish with this? I think maybe. If they would have, I think if they could drop it down to 600, maybe the digital edition will be 600. But I think this is a bit steep, a bit steep. But let's see. I definitely want one. I have to do some saving for that. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this react, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe, and ring the notification bell for all my latest videos. The PS5 Pro is here, ladies and gentlemen, and let's see what it's got in a few months. See you soon. I'm out.